Hi guys, this is Best Boomers Walk and Talk. I'm a little late today because actually I recorded this a couple days ago and my phone screen went black. I think the battery overheated, surprise, surprise, and I had to get a new phone. So everything is messed up and transferring everything over. Quite an experience. I could do a whole talk on that. But my subject today is Prescott, Arizona. When we retired here, we really didn't look into all of Arizona. My daughter lives here in Surprise, or she lives in Peoria, but Surprise is really close. So we moved to Surprise, and I'm very thankful to be here. It's a beautiful place. The weather, however, is a little warm in the summer. So I was researching places with good weather. And surprisingly enough, Prescott Valley, Arizona came up in the top 10 for best weather in the USA on one of the lists that I was looking on. And I thought this is worth a second look because Prescott Valley is about an hour and a half from Phoenix area. And that's the area of Surprise in Peoria. So it's not that far away. So we did take a drive there, did some research on housing. The drive was absolutely gorgeous. Like I say, it's an hour and a half, very hilly, lots of saguaro cacti in places. And then it gets up further. Prescott Valley is at 5,000 feet altitude. So the plants are turned into more, there's grass and more trees and things like that. So very, very beautiful. So we get to Prescott Valley and driving into the community, not impressive at all. Not very developed. Old houses, lots of trailer houses, double wides. And so we thought, we looked at one house, like a backfill in one of those areas, and even though it was a brand new house, it was like, no. Streets were really very hilly. The driveway was straight up and down. House was nice enough, just not in a good area. So then we decided to explore a couple of other areas. One of them being Granville, a planned community, brand new houses, from the upper 200s on up, but pretty undeveloped, like no real trees, a lot of rock landscaping, which I'm used to that here in Surprise too, but any trees there were not, grown since it was such a new location. Not really very pretty, and the houses were okay priced. But anyway, so we switched from there to Stone Ridge golf community. Beautiful, a little older community. Beautiful landscaping. Had a clubhouse and swimming pool and lots of amenities, a hiking trail and that kind of thing. The houses, though, the least expensive would probably be $300,000, and you're getting half of the space that you would get in Surprise or Peoria. Those houses were like 1,500 square feet, pretty small. So, there's trade-offs wherever. Let me tell you a little bit about Prescott Valley. Some of the pros of living there, the main one is the weather. In the winter, it's the coldest month, I think, is December, and it ranges from 39 to the 50s. And in the summer, about the highest it gets is in the 90s in July. So not nearly as hot as what it is here in Surprise. Pretty, I think, fantastic range of temperatures. So that definitely made it worth a look. It's also 1.4% lower cost of living. Now the housing is higher, but everything else is a little bit lower priced. So that's kind of nice. That also would enter into my decision making a little bit. It's not that big of a lower percentage, but so the cons of living there, of course, is the price of housing and that it is an hour and a half away from really all the things there are to do in Arizona around the Phoenix area. Phoenix has so many restaurants and things to do and see that it'd be quite a long drive, and there really isn't anything around Prescott or Prescott Valley like that. So it's a pretty self-contained little community. They do have a Walmart, things like that. Gotta love those motorcycles. So those are the pros and cons. We talked on the way back, and our house here in Surprise is very nice. I'm very thankful for it. With a pool, if you're going to live in Arizona, especially around the Phoenix area, you do want a pool, because as hot as it gets in the summer, I think the record's like 122 or something. It's dry heat, so you can go up to a little over 100 and not really feel terrible. But when it gets past that, pool is really handy. And so that's the I guess short story on all of it. I'm going to look around still. I don't know, the housing just keeps going up. Even in our area, our houses are appreciating. These are some of the fastest growing communities in the U.S. Arizona people are moving in. States like California and New York, Illinois, people are moving out, and I can certainly see why. We have low taxes here. The weather for much of the year is really, really good. The winters you cannot beat. Here in Surprise, our winters are as pleasant as anywhere. So I try to keep that in mind as I'm suffering during the hot weather. So this, again, is Best Boomer. These are my walk and talks, I call them. I try to do one a week. And if you like them, please do mark, like, and share them. And subscribe to my channel, Best Boomer. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So thanks, and you guys have a good day out there and stay safe. Bye-bye.